Tonight, our local heroes on the Texas South Plains Honor Flight are reflecting on their first day in the nation's capital and gearing up for another day of honor tomorrow. KCBD News Channel 11's Case Wilbanks and Christy Harden join us with a look back at today's stops with Chief Photojournalist Craig Iglesias.
Hey there, Madeline. Yeah, it's been a fantastic day. As you're seeing this, you know, we are probably already in bed because we're so exhausted. But it's been a really great day, hitting the ground running. Our veterans, as we're recording this, are getting their luggage and checked in for the evening. You know, it's been awesome to really see how these veterans have reacted to the day, just because it's a new experience. Even though they may be familiar with the honor flight, they're really, you know, appreciative of every single moment of this trip.
And one of the most exciting and most heartwarming and very much emotional moments that we've seen today is the incredible response and welcoming we received, our veterans received, when we landed at Dulles International Airport.
Well, it was really unbelievable, the fact that they had so many people out there. I wasn't expecting it. And all the kids and all really thing. And then to come around and have all the CAP kids at the other place. So it's been an amazing trip.
And so as you can see with this video, I mean, there was an entire crowd of just thankful Americans at the airport holding signs. We had some little children playing violins. I mean, it was just an amazing moment. And, you know, these veterans are so appreciative of that. But really the honor flight allergies, as we call them, started on the plane.
They did indeed. You know, one of the things that our veterans will talk about their time in service is that mail call, the time that they got to hear from their family and friends, and even maybe receive a package or two. And that was one of those things on the plane today that was so emotional for our veterans, getting to hear a thank you from, you know, their children.
And, you know, even strangers have been writing letters to them as well for this amazing moment. And then, of course, we went to the World War II Memorial, where we had our first wreath laying as we got to D.C. Our oldest veteran, 94 years old, Mr. Cadell, laid that wreath. He's a Korean War veteran, but, you know, as our oldest veteran on the flight, he had that opportunity. And as you can see, as we spoke to him, I mean, the tears came instantly.
I'm sorry, I didn't know when I went on this trip that I would be doing this.
And just listening and hearing from Mr. Cadell, you know, he said one of the things that drew him to tears actually happened yesterday when he found out he was going to be laying that wreath. And those moments are so, so special. The next thing that we did is we headed over to the Air Force Memorial and laid the wreath there. And it's one thing that's actually really neat about this time that we're here in D.C. is last time in June, there was a fence up around because it's under construction. And we actually got to go up into the Air Force Memorial to lay that wreath.
And the veteran laying the wreath there, as we hear often talked about, sort of like not a guilt, but just thinking that, you know, there's so many people that are worthy above him. But of course, each and every veteran on this flight is, you know, we appreciate them and deserving of this honor, especially laying that wreath.
I kept thinking of all the Air Force comrades, that some of them I knew personally that lost their lives, and all of them sacrificed to protect our country.
And just right across from the Air Force Memorial is the 9/11 Memorial, a stop we added back in June. We had the opportunity to go there as well. And it was an opportunity really to not only reflect on that tragedy that America endured, but also the last stop on the flight, and a chance for those veterans to kind of think about the day and what they've gone through.
I don't know if I'm going to have enough tears for all that stuff. I mean, it's just so sweet. So very, very sweet. So.
And those honors continue tomorrow as we head to the National Cemetery, the Arlington National Cemetery, which is one of the most sacred areas that we'll visit during the honor flight.
And they'll have the opportunity to witness the changing of the guard. Often there's a wreath laying there as well to sort of see just how our nation guards the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier, but pays respects really to all military branches and all wars that this nation has endured, and many that these men and women, I should say, have fought alongside, because we're actually actually going to go to the Women's Memorial right outside of Arlington. We have a few women veterans on this trip as well, and then some of the museums, the Army Museum, the Marine Corps Museum as well. So it's going to be another special day.
Something that I want to circle back around to is today, whenever we were talking to our veterans about the welcome that they had at Dulles, we've had so many say we can't wait to see what the welcome's like when we go home. So please, I know we say each and every year, come join us as we come back to the airport and welcome your loved ones home. But I feel that this group of veterans felt that today, and it will just mean so much more to see you Monday evening when we get back into town.
Because we do have 83 Vietnam veterans on this trip, as well as 3 Korean War veterans. But of course, those Vietnam veterans are really deserving of that honor that they have never received. And of course, we also want to remind you our telethon, our Honor Flight telethon is going to be coming up Veterans Day, November 11th. So we're going to have many of the stories we're gathering here to air then as well. So we hope you'll join us for everything to honor these veterans. We'll send it back.